Adventure, where we talk with industry experts shaping unforgettable experiences. Whether you're planning, supporting, or attending, we're here to bring you insight, innovation, and inspiration for your next festival, event, or celebration. I'm your host, David Sauers, and today we're reporting from the 2025 Southeast Festival and Events Association here in Chattanooga, Tennessee. This event brings together the best minds in the industry to share ideas, strategies, and success stories that make their festivals truly extraordinary. Today, I have a very special guest. When you say that someone is immersed in the industry, you may think of just the present, but this young lady is a rising star and has grown up in the hospitality, arts, and entertainment industry. For the last 5 years, she's been the special events coordinator for the city of Marietta and has transformed her event space. Please welcome Emily Zillweger.
Thank you.
Well, I am super excited to have you on here and tell us kind of all about everything that you are doing there. But please tell us a little bit about yourself and what you do.
Sure. So I was born and raised in Georgia, but my heart is up in Michigan, obviously. And I grew up with a mother who worked in hospitality with restaurants and then was a dancer. And so that kind of just spurred a love of art and passion and all of those things. So when I got the opportunity to become an event coordinator for our city, I jumped at the chance so that I could have the ability to use my passions in a way that benefited people as opposed to just personal gain. So that has been kind of our just goal for the past few years, is just to make things more fun around Marietta.
Right. Well, she's got an incredible passion, and there is a brand new event that she started a couple years ago. Complete inspiration, and it revolves really around some of her talents and I guess love of painting. But I want to hear more about Marietta the Gathering.
Okay.
Tell me more about that. Like this is so fascinating to me.
Yeah, so my brother, I don't know how it started, is a huge fan of Magic the Gathering, the card game. And so he's 30 years now and still plays Magic every Friday night with his best friends. And so when I got my first week at the job, I had this inspiration to do a geeky anime cosplay festival titled Marietta the Gathering, just because it sounded so fun and, you know, it mixed together. But I hadn't gotten the opportunity until we hired our part-time staff member, Courtney, who actually had the connections in the convention world. So she has a multitude of connections in the MomoCon organization as well as DragonCon. So when I mentioned it to her, she was like, oh, we can do this. And from there, 2023, we created a one-day festival, free to the public, that brings together cosplayers, pop culture artists, anime merchandisers, and video gaming with the MomoCon help, all onto an outdoor venue in the city of Marietta.
Wow, that is absolutely amazing. So, how did you? I mean, I'm hearing that from these other events and people have them in, but how did you piece this together? Because this is something totally different and unique from other festivals. I mean, usually it's kind of like, all right, we're going to go out in the field, we're going to, you know, have a band, we're going to go do this. This is like, dive a little deeper for me.
So we pieced it together, I think, because we saw a niche in what we liked and what we felt like the incoming generations of our city have more interest in than just the traditional arts and crafts festival. And I, unfortunately, am not liquid enough to go to MomoCon and DragonCon every single year. So it was fun, the idea of a free convention without it being a convention. And there were just aspects of technology and things that we didn't know were being utilized in the same art space as most festivals of our thing. So we wanted to incorporate technology in a way that was fun and interesting with the video gaming, with also keeping the feel of our festivals, which was where the arts and crafts and merchandising parts of it came in.
Okay. So let me ask, so do we have big like LED screens and stuff? Are they out in the street or are they in parks? How are the businesses reacting to all of this technology moving around them? I mean, my hometown, Savannah, is what's going on. I can't. The light pitches are, it's just not acceptable. It's not going to be flashing in our, homes and businesses. So what do you have there?
So this is actually our first year having 3 streets. So we will be incorporating large LED screens for video gaming this year, which is really exciting. And I think that secretly the businesses all love it. They will gripe about the fact that we've taken away their parking spaces, but I think with this festival, because it brings such a diverse group of individuals to it, that they have the ability to cater to that and make fun and interesting ways of people coming into their businesses. So one of our premier sponsors is actually one of the on-square merchants. We have a Rocket Fizz in Marietta, and they got in right away and decided, oh, this is something that we are weird enough to be incorporated with. And so they jumped in right away and became our sponsor. And then a couple of the other businesses that come out and sell alcohol and things like that during the festival have themed their drinks and their specials around different geeky and pop culture styles and genres.
So are you continuing to be the inspiration behind the different things that you're putting out? Or is it the guest or is it the attendance or is this just continue to come from your creative mind?
Yeah, I think honestly the attendees have become our inspiration because every year we see something different, we see something new that we realize that we didn't tap into. And at that point we have to approach that person because you don't know what you don't know. And so if we see something that we're like, oh, that's really cool, how do we get that here? We'll go and ask the person. And so, yeah, our attendees and even our staff have become our inspiration because we take what they love and say, well, we can do that because this festival's for everybody.
Yeah, and it's fun, it's cool. I mean, how is it not eye-catching? Like you want to go and see all this stuff. I'm mesmerized. I don't know how to play half the video games, but every time I watch my son play, I'm watching a YouTube video of whatever it is that he's watching, and somebody's playing a video game. But more of that. What is this box of doom? Like I heard like little snippets of this box. Like, what is the box of doom?
So the box of doom, it's an interactive party game. Courtney, I don't know if she created it or if she learned how to do it originally, but what it is really is this Kachina doll style Christmas present that is gigantic. It takes 3 to 4 of our giant facilities guys to carry this thing into the, I guess, play area. We put it on next to one of our stages. And players will compete kind of in a round, more like a musical chair style thing where they pass the dice around. And then when the music stops, they roll the dice, and the 2 people who get the numbers or whatever have to play rock, paper, scissors. Whoever wins will get to open a layer of the box. And inside one layer, there can be a prize plus 18 other boxes. And so it just keeps getting smaller and smaller as the boxes get opened and all the different prizes get claimed.
That's pretty cool. So it constantly is, the interaction stays fluid the entire event. So how late does it go into?
We schedule it from 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. So it's like a 12-ish hour festival in theory. But there's something throughout, like you said, there's something literally happening every moment of the festival. There's something to do.
Okay. Well, I want to touch back on the inspiration of everything that you're doing. Who's given you this inspiration that, this passion that you have with this creative talent?
So a lot of my like internal motivation and passion comes from my family, and specifically my mother. She recently passed away, but before that, she was always the person that encouraged you to do something, even if convention said maybe not, or oh, this isn't acceptable. I think one of my favorite stories, and I told this at her celebration of life, my passion for art came from when we went to the High Museum in Atlanta. This beautiful, really cool contemporary art museum with all different kinds of exhibits. And we were going to see the Louvre exhibition. They had donated some pieces. So we went in, walking around. We get kind of lost, and we're trying to find our way down, but the elevator is packed. We don't really want to do it. And Mother looks over, and she looks at the staircase. Well, there's a barricade in front of the staircase.
Right, yeah.
Okay, so you're not supposed to go down the stairs. She goes, oh, it's fine. It's fine. Let's go anywhere. And so we went down the stairs, like you're supposed to, I guess, and walked into this beautiful open space. I don't think the exhibit had been fully put in yet. Just this beautiful open space with like a sculpture in one corner and another thing in another corner. And I was like, wow, if my mom hadn't said we could go down this staircase, we never would have seen any of this. And so I think that has tied into all of my life. Is like, even if somebody says it's not okay, or if it sounds crazy, try it. Try it anyway, and okay, maybe some things will not work out, but you could open your eyes into a huge gallery of art that you never saw.
Right, yeah, and I am sorry for your loss, but I believe that she is, she's very much a part of you and instills your daily life creation and guidance. Yes, every new door opens something new. I don't believe in a failure. I believe it's a lesson, and it's just, hey, we're just going to pivot, we're just going to change, and we're going to do something a little different. But I'm like you. In my life, I can't. There's so many different things that people would just look at as a barricade, and if you try to find that positive, piece that's there. My wife does an excellent job with it. She's very grateful. She has just incredible gratitude. So when something happens, I'm like, oh my gosh, it's going to cost us much money. She's like, well, nothing hurt. We're thankful that all our fingers are on it. And it's like, I've really got to focus that. And it's hard to do, but when you are gracious and you look at things from a different perspective, it really broadens your mind, and it stops you from having that tunnel vision and being so stubborn. So that's a wonderful story. So I want to ask you to tell people how to find you, your event, the website, how to just plug yourself away. And I know that I do have a couple other events that I think you should mention as well. So please tell the audience.
So you can find all of our events, which include our Marietta Days Festival, our 4th of July Festival, Harvest Fest, which is our fall festival and costume contest and everything like that, as well as our Christmas tree lighting, and a few secret pop-up events. All of those you can find on our website. It's mariettaparks.com, and you can reach out to me at ezillweger@mariettagaga.gov. And last name's a little hard to spell. It's Z as in zebra, ILLWEGER, and again, that's at mariettagaga.gov.
Great. Do you have any social media?
Yeah, all of our social media. It's at Marietta GA Parks Rec. So that's our handle for everything. We put all of our information on there. As part of the Parks and Rec department, you'll get information about all of our programs, but mostly our events. So.
Well, I think you heard it right here. She is going to come up with some amazing events. She's going to try to implore something crazy, something magnificent, and try it. I think it will be, wonderful to attend this event. Any other small advice to give maybe a younger event planner that's starting out?
Just try it. Just try it. You never know what can happen.
All right. Well, thank you for tuning in to this episode of Elevated Eventure. We appreciate you taking the time to listen, and we hope that we have produced some insight and exposure for this well-organized festival. And if you have enjoyed this episode, please like, follow, or subscribe to help us continue showcasing incredible events and the people behind them. Your support allows us to amplify our guest voices and bring more festivals to the spotlight. Thank you again for joining us. Thank you.